In the bustling market of Lagos, people hurried about, haggling for the best prices and carrying their freshly bought goods. Among the crowd was Ada, a 22-year-old woman, struggling with a heavy bunch of bananas she had just bought for her family. The weight of the bananas strained her small frame, but she was determined to carry them herself. As she maneuvered through the crowd, she suddenly felt the load lighten. She turned around to see a kind-faced older man, perhaps around 60 years old, lifting the bunch from her arms with a gentle smile. "Let me help you with that," he said, his voice warm and reassuring. "Oh, thank you so much, sir," Ada replied, her eyes sparkling with gratitude. "They are really heavy." "My name is Akin," the man introduced himself as they walked together through the market. "I couldn't just watch you struggle like that." "Thank you, Akin." "I'm Ada," she said, offering a shy smile. They walked side by side, the busy market noises fading into the background as they talked. Ada told Akin about her family and her studies, while Akin shared stories of his younger days and his retirement. "So, Ada," Akin began, a mischievous twinkle in his eye, "what does a young lady like you do with so many bananas?" Ada laughed, the sound melodic and infectious. "My family loves bananas. Plus, my little brother eats them like they are going out of style." "Huh. Huh. Huh." Akin chuckled. "I used to be the same way. My mother would always scold me for finishing them too quickly." They reached Ada's car, and Akin gently placed the bananas in the trunk. "There you go. Safe and sound." "Thank you so much, Akin. I really appreciate your help," Ada said, genuinely touched by his kindness. "It was my pleasure," Akin replied, his eyes lingering on her for a moment. "You know, it's rare to find such polite and respectful young people these days." Ada blushed, looking down at her feet. "I was raised that way. My parents always taught me to respect others." Akin nodded approvingly. "They've done a good job." There was a moment of comfortable silence between them, both unsure of how to part ways. Finally, Akin cleared his throat. "I must be going now," he said reluctantly. "But it was very nice meeting you, Ada." "It was nice meeting you too, Akin," Ada replied, her heart pounding a little faster. "Would it be all right if we exchanged phone numbers? I'd love to keep in touch." Akin's eyes brightened with surprise and delight. "Of course, I would like that very much." They exchanged numbers, and as Akin walked away, Ada couldn't help but smile. She watched him disappear into the crowd, feeling a strange but pleasant warmth in her heart. That evening, Ada couldn't stop thinking about her encounter with Akin. The market was long closed, but her thoughts kept wandering back to the kind older man who had helped her with the bananas. She was just about to turn in for the night when her phone rang. Glancing at the screen, she saw Akin's name and felt a flutter of excitement. "Hello, Akin," she answered, trying to keep her voice steady. "Good evening, Ada," Akin replied, his voice warm and soothing. "I hope I'm not calling too late." "Not at all," Ada said, smiling to herself. "It's nice to hear from you." "I couldn't stop thinking about our meeting today," Akin admitted. "You have such a bright spirit, Ada. Talking with you was the highlight of my day." Ada felt her cheeks warm at his words. "I felt the same way. It was a pleasure meeting you, Akin." They talked about their day, with Akin asking about Ada's studies and her family. The conversation flowed easily, as if they had known each other for years. Akin's deep, comforting voice made Ada feel safe and cherished. "Ada," Akin said after a while, his tone becoming more serious, "I know we just met, but there's something about you that has captured my heart. Your kindness, your laughter, it's all so captivating." Ada's heart skipped a beat. Akin, I don't know what to say. You've been so kind to me. It's been a long time since I felt this way. I feel a strong connection with you, Akin continued, his voice gentle but honest. I know there's an age difference between us, but love doesn't see age. It sees the heart. Ada was silent for a moment, processing his words. She had never met someone who made her feel so special in such a short time. Akin, I believe in following the heart too. And mine is telling me that you're someone worth knowing better. Akin's laughter was soft and joyful. Ha! 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 You've just made me a very happy man, Ada. They talked late into the night, sharing stories, dreams, and laughter. The more they spoke, the more Ada felt drawn to Akin's wisdom, his gentle nature, and his genuine affection. Ada, Akin said finally, I would love to see you again. How about we meet this Saturday at one of the big restaurants in Lagos town? There's a lovely place called the Garden Terrace. It's perfect for a nice dinner. Ada's heart leapt with excitement. That sounds wonderful, Akin. I'd love to. Great, Akin replied, his voice filled with warmth. I'll make a reservation for us. Saturday evening at 7. It's a date, Ada said, smiling. Until then, Ada. Have a good night, Akin said softly. Good night, Akin, Ada replied, feeling a warmth in her heart that she hadn't felt in a long time. As she ended the call, Ada lay back on her bed, staring at the ceiling with a smile on her face. The prospect of their Saturday dinner filled her with anticipation and a sense of joy she hadn't expected. Saturday arrived with a bright, sunny morning that promised a perfect day. Ada woke up early, her heart racing with anticipation for her dinner date with Akin. As she went about her morning routine, her phone buzzed. It was Akin. Good morning, Ada, Akin's voice came through the line, warm and cheerful. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. Good morning, Akin, Ada replied, smiling. Yes, I am. How about you? I'm doing well, thank you, Akin said. I just wanted to confirm our meeting place. The Garden Terrace at 7, correct? Yes, that sounds perfect, Ada confirmed. I was also wondering, Akin continued, would you like me to arrange for a ride? I can send you fare money. Just let me know the number I should send it to. Ada felt a rush of gratitude. That's very thoughtful of you, Akin. You can send it to the same number we're talking on now. All right, I'll take care of it, Akin assured her. I look forward to seeing you tonight, Ada. Me too, Akin. See you then, Ada said, her excitement growing. After ending the call, Ada began her preparations for the evening. She took a long, relaxing shower, letting the warm water soothe her nerves. Stepping out, she carefully brushed her teeth until they gleamed. Next, she applied her favorite lotions, enjoying the familiar, comforting scents. Ada stood before her closet, pondering what to wear. After much deliberation, she chose a beautiful, flowing dress that highlighted her best features. She paired it with elegant but comfortable shoes, wanting to feel both confident and at ease. Moving to her vanity, Ada started on her makeup. She applied foundation, blush, and a touch of eyeshadow, enhancing her natural beauty. As she brushed mascara onto her lashes, her phone buzzed again. It was a notification from her bank, confirming the receipt of fare money from Akin. He's so thoughtful, Ada mused aloud, smiling to herself. Finally, she applied a soft, pink lipstick and stood back to admire her work. She looked radiant. Her long hair framed her face perfectly, and the dress complemented her figure beautifully. She gave herself a reassuring smile in the mirror. "You've got this, Ada," she whispered to her reflection. As the evening approached, Ada gathered her things and called for a ride. The drive to the garden terrace felt both long and short, her excitement mingling with a touch of nervousness. When the car pulled up to the restaurant, she took a deep breath and stepped out. The garden terrace was a stunning venue, with elegant decor and a welcoming ambience. Ada walked through the grand entrance, feeling the warmth and charm of the place. She paused for a moment, taking it all in, before stepping further inside. As she entered the restaurant, she scanned the room for Akin, her heart beating faster with each step. Suddenly, she felt a gentle touch on her shoulder. She turned around to see Akin standing behind her, his smile warm and inviting. "Ada, you look absolutely beautiful," Akin said, his eyes shining with admiration. "Thank you, Akin. You look very handsome," Ada replied, feeling her heart swell with happiness. Akin led her to a cozy table near the window, where they could enjoy the view of the bustling city outside. They ordered fried chicken, a variety of side dishes, and several drinks to complement their meal. As they ate, their conversation flowed effortlessly. They shared stories, laughed together, and enjoyed each other's company. The fried chicken was delicious, and they savored every bite. "Ada, I have to tell you," Akin said, his tone becoming serious, "meeting you has been the best thing that has happened to me in a long time. You bring so much joy and light into my life." Ada's heart skipped a beat. "Akin, I feel the same way. You've been so kind and wonderful to me. I can't imagine not having you in my life." Akin reached across the table and took Ada's hand in his. "I promise to love and cherish you, Ada. I want to be there for you, always." Tears of happiness welled up in Ada's eyes. "I promise to love you too, Akin. I'll be there for you, no matter what." They smiled at each other, feeling a deep connection that words couldn't fully express. "Akin," Ada said softly, "I'd love to visit your house next weekend. I want to get to know you even better." "I'd love that, Ada," Akin replied, his eyes filled with warmth. "I look forward to it." The evening passed by in a blissful haze of conversation, laughter, and shared dreams. When it was time to leave, Akin insisted on driving Ada home. They walked to his car, hand in hand, feeling closer than ever. As they arrived at Ada's gate, Akin turned to her. "Thank you for a wonderful evening, Ada. I can't wait to see you again." "Thank you, Akin. Tonight was perfect," Ada replied, leaning in to kiss his cheek. "Good night, Ada," Akin said softly. "Good night, Akin," Ada replied, watching as he drove away. As she entered her home, Ada felt a deep sense of contentment and joy. The evening had been everything she had hoped for and more. The following weekend arrived swiftly, and Ada was filled with anticipation as she prepared to visit Akin's house. She chose a casual yet stylish outfit, perfect for spending a relaxed day together. With a light bag in hand, she hailed a ride to Akin's place. Arriving at his doorstep, Ada was greeted warmly by Akin. His smile widened as he welcomed her inside, his home cozy and inviting. They settled into the kitchen, where Akin had already prepared ingredients for their meal. "I'm so glad you're here, Ada," Akin said, his eyes twinkling with happiness. "I've been looking forward to this." "I've been looking forward to it too," Ada replied, her heart fluttering with excitement. They worked together effortlessly in the kitchen, chopping vegetables, seasoning meat, and stirring pots. As they cooked, they shared stories of their lives, dreams, and aspirations. Akin's home felt like a haven, filled with warmth and laughter. "Ada," Akin said softly, placing a hand on her arm, "being with you like this feels so natural." It's as if we've known each other for a lifetime. Ada smiled, feeling a rush of affection for Akin. I feel the same way, Akin. You make everything so easy. As they finished cooking, Akin turned to Ada, his gaze tender. You know, Ada, there's something I've been wanting to do since I first met you. Before Ada could respond, Akin gently cupped her face and leaned in, pressing his lips against hers in a sweet, lingering kiss. Ada's heart soared, feeling the warmth of his affection and the depth of their connection. When they finally pulled away, they gazed into each other's eyes, their hearts beating in sync. Ada, Akin whispered, his voice husky with emotion, I care for you deeply. I want to be there for you, to love you always. Tears of joy welled up in Ada's eyes. Akin, I feel the same way. You've brought so much happiness into my life. They embraced, holding each other close, knowing that they had found something special. As they sat down to enjoy their meal together, Ada glanced at her watch, realizing the time had flown by. Akin, she said softly, I hate to leave, but I should start heading home. Akin nodded, understanding. Of course, Ada. I'll walk you out. They stood together at the door, reluctant to part but filled with hope for the future. Akin kissed Ada gently on the forehead, whispering, until next time, my love. Until next time, Ada replied, her heart full as she walked away, knowing that she had found someone who cherished her deeply. As Ada left Akin's house, she couldn't help but smile. Months passed in a blissful haze for Ada and Akin, their love growing deeper with each passing day. They shared moments of joy, supported each other through challenges, and celebrated milestones together. As their relationship blossomed, they found themselves dreaming of a future filled with happiness and love. One sunny afternoon, Ada and Akin made plans to meet at the game park. They were both eager to spend time together in the tranquil surroundings of nature. Ada arrived first, her heart skipping a beat as she saw Akin approaching with a smile that lit up his face. Ada, Akin said softly, taking her hands in his, you look more beautiful every day. Thank you, Akin, Ada replied, feeling a surge of love for him. Being here with you feels like a dream come true. They walked hand in hand through the park, enjoying the sights and sounds of nature around them. Birds chirped in the trees, and the gentle breeze rustled through the leaves. Finding a quiet spot under a majestic tree, Akin turned to Ada with a twinkle in his eye. Ada, there's something I've been wanting to do, Akin said, his voice filled with love and determination. With trembling hands, Akin took out a small box from his pocket and opened it to reveal two delicate wedding rings nestled inside. Tears of happiness welled up in Ada's eyes as Akin slipped a ring onto her finger, symbolizing their commitment to each other. Akin, Ada whispered, her voice choked with emotion, I promise to love and cherish you for all the days of my life. And I promise the same to you, Ada, Akin replied, his eyes shining with love. They held each other close, feeling the weight of their promise and the depth of their love. As they sat together, basking in the warmth of their love, Ada turned to Akin with a playful glint in her eye. Akin, she said softly, how about we start planning for our honeymoon? Akin laughed, his joy infectious. I've been waiting for you to ask, my love. Where shall we go? Ada smiled, her heart full of excitement for their future together. Let's start preparing for next month. I can't wait to embark on this journey with you, Akin. With a shared embrace and hearts full of love, Ada and Akin knew that their love story was just beginning. Hand in hand, they walked through the park, dreaming of their future filled with love, laughter, and endless adventures. And so, their journey together continued, bound by love, trust, and the promise of a lifetime of happiness. The long-awaited month for Ada and Akin's honeymoon had finally arrived. Excitement buzzed in the air as they packed their bags and made their way to the airport. They checked in their luggage with hearts full of anticipation, ready to embark on their new adventure together. On board the plane, Ada and Akin settled into their seats, fingers intertwined as they discussed their plans for the trip. The hours passed in a whirl of excitement and nervous anticipation until finally, they touched down at their destination. Stepping off the plane, they were greeted by warm tropical air and the scent of the ocean. Ada's eyes sparkled with delight as they made their way to their rental house, nestled by the shimmering coastline. The house was charming, with a breathtaking view of the azure waters stretching out before them. "Akin, it's perfect," Ada exclaimed, her voice filled with awe. Akin smiled, pulling her close. "Just like you, my love." They settled into their new home away from home, unpacking their belongings and taking in the tranquil surroundings. As the sun dipped below the horizon, they shared a quiet dinner on the veranda, savoring the fresh seafood and each other's company. The next morning, Ada woke early, eager to explore the ocean with Akin by her side. They rented a small boat and set out across the clear, turquoise waters, the sun warming their faces and the gentle breeze ruffling their hair. "Ada, look," Akin exclaimed, pointing to a pod of dolphins playing in the distance. Ada laughed with joy, her heart overflowing with happiness. "This is perfect, Akin. I couldn't have asked for a better honeymoon." As they sailed along the coastline, they discovered secluded coves and pristine beaches, each more beautiful than the last. They swam in the crystal-clear waters, feeling weightless and free, and walked hand in hand along the soft sand, leaving footprints that would soon be washed away by the tide. In the evenings, they returned to their rental house, where they shared intimate dinners under the stars and whispered secrets into the night. They danced on the veranda to the soft strains of music, lost in the magic of their love and the beauty of their surroundings. "Akin," Ada said one evening as they sat together, watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of pink and gold, "thank you for making this dream come true." Akin kissed her forehead, his eyes full of love. "Ada, you are my dream come true. I promise to cherish every moment we share, today and always." And so, Ada and Akin's honeymoon unfolded like a perfect dream, a time of laughter, love, and new beginnings. After their blissful honeymoon, Ada and Akin returned home, their hearts still full of the memories they had created together. They settled back into their routine, but Ada began to notice subtle changes within her. Weeks passed, and Ada felt a familiar fatigue and slight queasiness in the mornings. She realized with growing excitement what it could mean. One sunny afternoon, Ada decided to take a pregnancy test, her hands trembling slightly with anticipation. As the test confirmed her suspicions, Ada could hardly contain her joy. She called Akin immediately, her voice filled with excitement as she shared the news. Akin's joy mirrored hers, and he rushed home to embrace Ada, his heart bursting with happiness at the thought of becoming a father. They celebrated the news with their families and friends, who showered them with love and well wishes. Ada embraced each day of her pregnancy with gratitude, feeling the life growing within her as a testament to their love and their journey together. As the months passed, Ada and Akin prepared for the arrival of their baby. They decorated a nursery in their home, choosing soft colors and cozy furniture that reflected their hopes and dreams for their growing family. On a quiet evening, as they sat together in the nursery, Ada leaned against Akin, her hand resting gently on her swelling belly. They spoke softly to their unborn child, imagining the adventures they would share as a family. The day finally arrived when Ada went into labor. Akin stood by her side, holding her hand and offering words of encouragement as they welcomed their precious baby into the world. The sound of their baby's first cry filled the room, bringing tears of joy to Ada and Akin's eyes. In the days that followed, they marveled at the miracle of parenthood, cherishing each moment with their newborn. Ada and Akin found themselves in awe of the love they felt for their child, a love that had grown from the foundation of their own love story. And as they looked at their baby, cradled in their arms, they knew that their journey together had come full circle. From a chance encounter in a bustling market to a shared life filled with love, laughter, and now, the precious gift of their child, Ada and Akin embraced the joy of their growing family.